Hey, Wilbur here. I've been desperately curious about the Enicar Beads of Rice bracelets. I finally got one, and now I can share it with you guys.
You frequently see the top-of-the-line Enicar Sherpa models on eBay that have the original Beads of Rice bracelets. I really like the way they look in pictures, and I've also seen them on other watch brands. Rolex, Patek Philippe, Omega, Heuer, IWC, Doxa, Seiko, all had Beads of Rice options or bracelets back in the day. So what about these Beads of Rice bracelets? There's got to be a reason why they came on such premium watches. Now that I've got one, I would say, yeah, there is. First off, I do like the looks of it in person also. The way the beads catch the light, it just looks fancier than it actually is. On the wrist, this band is super comfortable. Just about as limber as an eel. It just flows around your wrist and follows every contour. It feels strong but flexible, and it's light, but it doesn't feel cheap like you might expect it to. Most of all, it doesn't pull your hairs, unlike this thing, which is like having an angry crab on your wrist. As you can see, this particular bracelet has been hard used. It still works great, even though it's probably, 60 years old maybe. It seems like bracelets, especially back in the day, were not made by watch manufacturers themselves, but by specialty suppliers. From the little research I've been able to do, and please correct me in the comments below if I've got any of this wrong, most of the great brands got their bracelets supplied by Gekota, or Gay Frère, or Frère, it's French. It means gay brothers. I think they were commonly signed with a GF with a ram's head in the middle. Mine isn't though, but I can't find pictures from any other company that made bracelets that look like mine, so I'm assuming it's GF also. There was also a Novavit SA manufactured during that period, and maybe even still today, I'm not sure about that. Looking around, I found some aftermarket Beads of Rice bands.
Beads of Rice sounds kind of funny. I see how they got there, but if you have any idea how that got started or who coined that phrase, please leave it in the comments.
Anyway, the Yobokis, and Gekota, and Uncel Seiko all offer a modern alternative. I haven't ever held one, but I don't believe they can be quite as slinky as the originals. The rice beads on mine are folded pieces of steel that were obviously made on a very specialized machine. The vintage beads have an oval hole, whereas the new ones are a piece of metal with round holes drilled at each end. They do look good, and would be a more affordable option, as the originals can be quite expensive, with good examples going for hundreds of dollars. Actually, much more for Omega and other premium brands, as you might expect. Nothing about Rolex and IWC and Patek are cheap.
So in conclusion, if you want a metal bracelet that wears as good as your own skin, has kind of a old world charm to it, and just is cool, then you could do much worse than get a vintage Beads of Rice bracelet. Wilbur out.